Question.
Every wisdom tradition that I've seen talks about unity or oneness of experience. And a lot of people, myself included, can kind of wrap our heads around it intellectually. But how do we cultivate the actual feeling or experience of that?
You know, this is what's coming out of my mouth now. That one does not cultivate it. That it comes on its own. And that when Shaw or Clary or some of those guys, those masters, talk about all these different impacts in all these different ways, and then being open not just to what's in your book, but what's in the book outside of life, right? What's right there. Then it comes. It's like a realization. It's like a deep, profound insight, and then it keeps getting deeper and deeper, right? Now you can toy around the edges with intellectual things like, well, if everything in a dream, in a sleeping dream, is made of dream stuff, then how are we going to differentiate that dream stuff from each other? Well, you can't. It's all dream stuff. It's all imaginary, or whatever you want to call it. Imaginary is not the right word. So you can try and do it intellectually, and some people can make some progress, but ultimately, in my opinion today, it's not something that you do, it's something that is given to you. It descends on you. Someday you just see it, and you just, you'll see I saw that bull trying to turn the tortoise who's on its back. This warm-blooded mammal, right? Got nothing to do with turtles. And yet there he was trying, repeatedly to try and figure out a way to get his horns to flip it over. And then when he flips it over, you could just kind of feeling like, yeah, I'm a bull. It's just like, and you go, whoa, and then, yeah. And so you just stay open, your heart's open, and it's a process, and it keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm not sure it's something you try to do. I think it's an effect more than a cause. And that, by the way, that particular equation, is it effect or cause, is something that all students of truth need to spend quite a bit of time with, on whatever it is, mundane. For example, 50% of kids drop out of school in California. Where you could say, God, those are awful schools. Right, because they're not educating, they're filtering, right? But it just occurred to me, you could say the opposite. You could say, oh my God, those schools are bad because of these awful children that are in there. Now, I'm not saying one's right or wrong, and I do have my biases, but I won't share them now. It's simply to say that everything can be looked at that way. And it should be. It's like the most basic part of a net of loci practice. And so that's another way, it's net of loci. Another one is contemplation. Now here they're starting to come, it's different. Contemplation of the net of Indra, which we should be linked to somewhere, the net of Indra description. So people can see how everything's literally interconnected. Or you could ask a hardcore physicist, say, hey, can I remove an atom from this universe? And he's going to go, no, not without creating all kinds of other things. You say, you mean I can't remove an atom? How about a pencil? I can't remove, no. You change the whole universe. Probably create a black hole. No, I'm not a physicist, so I don't know. But you just don't do that. Nothing can be added, nothing can be removed. It's beautiful. And I know they have these images of black holes that lead to blackness, I guess, or dark matter that leads to nowhere, right? Or dark energy that means we don't know. But those are different than the what we have right here. Something along those lines. Follow up?
No.